Ah, moving right along, Steven Crowder, the host of Louder with Crowder, uh, Mug Club, leader of Mug Club and such, is getting like they're attacking him on YouTube. Like they've been striking his channels for violations that are not real violations and such, as they've been doing
No.
to our fucking channel too with the vaccine. But I'm not even going to get into detail with that. There's other videos on that. You can listen to that. But they suffices to say, we were talking about things that the Pentagon talked about. They said it was misinformation. It came from the fucking Pentagon. We weren't saying that this was real. We were saying the Pentagon was fucking saying this. This is what HIPAA says. We're not saying fucking it's just insane. But they've been doing the same thing to fucking Crowder, and they're waiting the one more strike, and when he starts live streaming again, and they're gonna boot him off the platform. And once he's gone, they're gonna come for the rest of us. So now he's enlisted the help of his half Asian lawyer Bill Richmond, and they're going nuclear on fucking YouTube, and
Winning.
they're gonna sue. Let's get into this fucking article right here. Um, Boom. This is Daily Wire. This is big one for Steven Crowder. Sues on behalf of for banning views on half of the country. Conservative comedian Steven Crowder is suing YouTube over its content moderation practices and policies, with Crowder says are misapplied to silence conservatives, and he's absolutely fucking correct. There are fucking pedophiles on YouTube. This horrible YouTube that goes fucking unseen. But God forbid, I question the goddamn election, or I don't want to take experimental medicine until I know the long-term effects.
Winning. No.
You suck.
It's fucking insane. Crowder announced the lawsuit on his show Louder at Crowder on Monday. Crowder and his attorney Bill Richmond said that since the start of the year, YouTube has again demonetized Louder at Crowder videos and issued 2 hard strikes against the account, both of which resulted in temporary suspensions. As of last Thursday, May 14th, my lawyer Bill Richmond and I have filed a notice of, this is his direct quote, a notice of a lawsuit against YouTube, and are seeking an injunction to prevent them from stopping from currently deplatforming us. Crowder said, we're officially sent a notice of a lawsuit, very different level. This is the big one, boys and girls. Yes, this is no personal. This is a class action now.
That's how
Crowder's
winning is
account was
done.
blocked, demonetized, and given a strike warning in March for allegedly spreading misinformation about the 2020 election, where he actually didn't do that. He went to addresses that said that they were addresses for people that voted and showed that they were like vacant lots. And that's not fucking misinformation when he's showing you the fucking reality of things. Crowder denied even making any false claims on Monday's show and noted that the YouTube's justification lacked a specific charge against Crowder said the second hard strike against his channel was similarly vague, leaving the host and his attorney guessing at what could have triggered YouTube's actions. The first strike came over an anniversary video of 15 days to slow the spread. YouTube claimed that Crowder violated its policy against spreading COVID misinformation. The second hard strike came over Crowder's commentary on a police shooting in Columbus, Ohio in April. An officer shot and killed black teen Ma'Khia Bryant to stop her from stabbing another girl.
Winning. No.
YouTube accused Crowder of revealing or mocking Bryant's death. Crowder denied mocking Bryant Monday. Richmond noted that even Crowder violated the policy. Louder with Crowder is a comedy show and as such is exempt under YouTube's policy. So that is fucking targeted discrimination with the policy. Like YouTube, these tech companies are out of their fucking control. They need to be fucking declared public commons, and they need to be fucking regulated as fucking utilities.
You suck.
I'd rather pay $10 a month for YouTube and not have them be able to fuck me in the ass. This really isn't about we can find ways we can broadcast you, Crowder said about his lawsuit, but this is the world's most powerful company, arguably, when you look at YouTube, Google, Alphabet, and they make sure that they ghost you where people cannot find not us, but the point of view. In other words, in the same point in time when we're talking significantly about the Columbus issue, you can go to Stephen Colbert, you can go to CNN. They're all uploading at the same time with information that we know to be incorrect, Crowder continued. To not allow half the country, half the world ever to correct those mistruths under such misguided and frankly not outlined policy. The last thing I want to be doing is doing a lawsuit with Google and YouTube, for crying out loud. They could squash my nuts into oblivion. Crowder.
Winning.
But this is how winning is done. You fucking get out there and you get it fucking done. Crowder leading the way. Richmond added, what YouTube is saying is that these ideas are so dangerous that we can't address them or rebut them. We can't criticize them. We just have to extinguish the opinions entirely. We have to eradicate these opinions from the planet because we can't deal with them. But the reality, Richmond continued, this is a comedy show that takes on important issues. Commentary, politics, issues that are facing everyone in every part of the nation and the world, and we have to be able to talk about them. YouTube did not immediately respond to the Daily Wire's request for comment. Crowder's lawsuit against YouTube is the second big tech company he has launched a legal battle with this year. In February, the conservative comedian announced that he was suing Facebook for censoring his content without justification, among other issues. A Daily Wire reported, fucking Crowder getting it fucking done.
Winning.
Being like fucking Rambo whipping this.
That's how winning is done.
We'll go in after Facebook based on its own words and its own promises. Richmond explained Facebook, he said, claimed that they were no longer suppressing certain speech, however, continued to do so. As an example of what he said, speech suppression, Crowder pointed his erection live stream that was apparently cut off. The stream is noted by Daily Wire amassing a stunning 8.1 million views. The host said he was never given a reason why the coverage was curtailed. They remain the biggest stream they have ever existed from the biggest platform that ever existed with no reason, he said. The Daily Wire is one of America's fastest growing conservative media companies. And yeah, that's just Daily Wire talking about its own self. I like them. Ben Shapiro's awesome. You should get into there. But Steven Crowder is really leading the way, paving the way for this free speech, because if they are if it's upheld and the courts uphold it and they allow them to, because the lower courts are probably going to uphold it depending on where the lawsuit is, and he's going to have to take it up to the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court doesn't hear the case or doesn't make a determination, where we go from here is a dark path, because people are they're just going to start kicking people off one by 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 one.
Yeah, no.
And they shouldn't. Their legal protections need to be removed if they can do that, because that you're either a platform or you're a publisher. If you want to be a publisher, that's fine, but you got to pay for that. You can't have your legal exceptions. You're liable for everything posted, every video posted, and I don't fucking care if you think that you can't survive for that. You should have fucking thought about that before you decided to be a fascist Nazi piece of crap. I mean, I'm just being fucking real here. I'm throwing it out there because I'm sick of sugarcoating it. I'm sick of coddling people's feelings. It's time to tell you the truth. You leftist pieces of shit are totalitarian, fascist, Nazi pieces of crap. You're acting like a fucking Nazi. You might as well be reading Mein Kampf.
Winning. No.
You suck.
I'm just fucking saying, and it's the fucking reality.